Tommy, strange into the second game. I know Tipperary had a 10-point win, but to be honest, Laois gave them a bit of a shock today.
They did, and I suppose the one thing coming up today after such a fabulous summer for Laois, they didn't want to come up here and get maybe 15 or 20 points, and it was only near the end that kind of Tipperary really pulled away. They had a man kind of sent off, I think it was for a second yellow card, and probably took the sting out of him, but they stayed fighting till the end, and that's the danger really. It was their third game in a row, third game in 3 weeks, and you're kind of wondering, are they going to fall flat? They didn't today. Now, they still lost by 10 points, but I think it was a fitting end to their summer.
Yeah, let's talk about Laois for a minute. I mean, what amazing performance today to come up with only, a lot of people expected to be more than 10.
Yeah, they did, absolutely, and a lot of people thought the game would be over, I'd say, after 15-20 minutes, and you'd hear word going around that Tipperary will beat them a pint a man, but I think that's the great thing for Laois, is that they proved that, yes, they were all fired up for the game down in Port Laois last week against Dublin. And it wasn't just hard. They have great players as well. So, no, listen, I think they'll be very proud. And I'm not sure, did you see, they did a lap of honour after the game down to all their supporters down here in the Hogan stand, over to the Hill 16 then, just beneath us. And it was really kind of a mark of respect, because they've travelled the length and breadth of the country with him this summer, and it was a nice thing to see.
Yeah, you don't see that often, but maybe it's something that Eddie has drilled into them.
Well, yeah, I think so, and it's probably just a sign of where they were at, I suppose. Laois hurling, the last year I think they lost 3 matches in the Joe McDonagh, and they were lucky to even stay in it. I think they bet me to stay out of relegation, and to go on then and win a Joe McDonagh. And this is the success of the Joe McDonagh Cup. I know from hurling, you can't beat winning things as regards. Just at the end of the year, you can kind of have that little bit of satisfaction, and no matter what happened, they had that Joe McDonagh Cup. They were going to go back. They'll have their dinner dance in the winter, and they'll be able to celebrate. They're after backing it up now with a brilliant win down in Port Laois, and now this great performance today. And even Ross King, there was, after the county final last year, we didn't think we'd see him in a Laois jersey this year. He scored a fabulous goal out there, and when he was out watching the Laois playing out in, I think it was Portugal, he was on holidays, and he felt he should be back here, and came back, and Eddie gave him the call. And isn't that great that it's not just closed book when you don't come in the panel at the start of the year.
Yeah, they had a good run this year, but Tipperary's run is still happening, Tipperary's run is still happening. But I don't think Wexford are going to be quaking in their boots after today. Yeah,
well, you see, that's the danger, I suppose, for Wexford, is that are they going to look at Tipperary and say, listen, they weren't great today, but I think Davy Fitz will have them in the right place. For Liam Sheedy, I think this game has worked out perfectly for them. If they come out and won that by 20 or 30 points, suddenly the lads maybe might think they are in places where they're not. Because he'll be able to, really get them into the dressing room now and choose night and train and say, listen lads, that wasn't good enough. If we go out like that again against Wexford, we'll bet by 10 points. So I think that kind of talk will favour Tipperary. And, for them, I see Liam Sheedy had him out in a huddle after the game, and he was really doing the finger wagging, and he didn't look like a guy that was just after winning the quarter final. He looked like a lad that was getting ready for Wexford in 2 weeks' time, and we all know the passion and the excitement that Davy and Wexford bring, so I think it's going to be a brilliant occasion.
Yeah, I can't imagine Davy Fitz and Liam Sheedy on the same sideline in a few weeks' time.
No, they'll have to have a referee down there on the sideline as well. I'd say the third official will be busy that day. I'd say it'll be a harder job to do the third official and the referee that day, so I think when we're up here in the press box, we'll probably have one eye on the two lads and one eye in the match.
Yeah, we look forward to that. Earlier on I put up a picture of the two of us here, and someone asked me, did you get your top on boohoo.com, the lovely summary one you showed off earlier on?
Boohoo.
You should be. They asked me, were you brand ambassador from? Someone get him to be a brand ambassador.
Well, I was at a fancy dress last night. I was wearing a costume from Boohoo, alright, but I don't know where this one came from today.
Thanks very much, Tommy. See you the next day.
Thanks, Valerie.